Good afternoon, everyone. If we could all stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Julianne Umbarger, and I am honored to be the administrator for our Bowers Academy. Thank you all so much for being here today. I want to begin by recognizing and welcoming our honored guests, members of the Bloomfield Hills Schools Board of Education, Central Administration staff, Bowers Farm staff, the exceptional Bowers Academy staff, and the parents and families of our graduates. Your support, your presence, and your belief in these students have made all the difference. And now to our graduates, 7 remarkable individuals who are the heart and soul of this celebration. Today is a milestone, not just in your academic journeys, but in your lives. Each of you has faced challenges that could have stopped you, but you kept going. You showed up for yourselves, for each other, for the animals on this farm, and for this community. And because of that, we are here together, honoring your transformation and your tremendous achievement. When I stepped into the role of interim administrator in November of this year, I already knew that Bowers Academy was special. I even served on some teams that ultimately referred some of you here. But what I didn't yet know was just how deeply connected, supportive, and genuinely inspiring this community would be. From the first time I saw you comfort a classmate, to the many times you've shared excitedly with me about your school, your eyes lit up talking about how you've made this place feel like your own, in a way no other school has felt. I knew I was witnessing something extraordinary. Here at Bowers, school is not confined to 4 walls. You've tended animals, nurtured their well-being, and in doing so, you've nurtured yourselves. You've learned outside, in hammocks, on high ropes, zip lines, and on countless field trips like Belle Isle, Greenfield Village, the DIA, the Charles Wright Museum, the Michigan Animal Rescue League, and much more. You've learned about history, about your community, and about yourselves. And you've done it together. You've created art, you've told your stories, and you've used your voices to stand up for what you believe in. You've built meaningful relationships with each other and with the staff here who care so deeply for you. This is what it means to be part of a real community. And that's what Bowers Academy is. A place where students find belonging, where they are seen, heard, and celebrated for exactly who they are. To thrive, a seed needs the right soil, the right sun, the right care. And that's exactly what this place has offered each of you. The environment you needed to grow into the powerful, kind, passionate young people we see before us today. It has been the deepest honor to witness that growth, to see you support one another, to see you lead, to see you become. Your paths forward are wide open. You have learned not just how to succeed, but how to be resilient. You know how to build community, how to care for others, how to speak truth, and how to stand tall in the face of adversity. I have no doubt that you are going to go into the world and do amazing, impactful things. So today we celebrate not just your graduation, but your transformation. Congratulations, graduates. We are so incredibly proud of you. Even the goose agrees. Superintendent West, Board of Education, on behalf of Bloomfield Hills Schools, I certify that each senior here before you has met district and state requirements for graduation. Graduates, I am so proud of your hard work. Next, each graduate will be individually highlighted and acknowledged by the Bowers Academy staff. At the conclusion of each introduction, I will present the graduate with their high school diploma, and we will pause briefly for families to take a photo. I will now turn it over to our amazing math and science teacher, Jason Rice, to begin the presentation of graduates.
Good afternoon, everybody, and on behalf of the entire Bowers Academy staff, welcome to this very special ceremony celebrating our remarkable 2025 graduates. This year, something truly unique happened. As we reflected on the graduating class, we realized how deeply connected we felt to each and every one of our seniors. Choosing just one or two for each of us to highlight simply didn't feel right. Instead, our staff joined together to share meaningful thoughts, memories, and reflections about each of our graduates. Each of us selected a word or phrase that we felt best captured the spirit of the graduate, along with a personal story or message that brings that word or phrase to life. These individual sentiments have been woven into a collective tribute, a celebration of every student's journey, impact, and growth. With that being said, I am pleased to welcome George Zidane, our social studies teacher, who will begin with our first graduate, Hannah Anderson.
Hello, everyone. It is my honor to present Hannah Anderson. Katie's word for Hannah is teal. Katie said, "Hannah and I have two very important traits in common. We both love soft, fuzzy sweaters and the color teal." I looked up the qualities associated with people who are drawn to teal, and it turns out they describe Hannah perfectly. Teal represents introspection and deep thought, creativity, imagination, independence, compassion, balance, and a strength that doesn't conform just for the sake of fitting in. Hannah embodies all of these traits. She is thoughtful, original, boldly confident, and always true to herself. You will never have to guess at what Hannah is thinking, because she will tell you whether you like it or not. During her time at Bowers, Hannah has shown us what it means to live authentically and with purpose. I'm so proud of the growth Hannah has demonstrated over the past 2 years, from taking the lead on elementary field trips on the farm, to her hard-earned success at OTEC, to growing and maturing as an individual. I'm even more excited to see where her path leads next. Hannah, I hope you carry your teal traits with you always. They're exactly what the world needs. Congratulations. My word for Hannah is dedicated. Hannah knows exactly what she needs to accomplish each day and is dedicated to completing it. She makes sure she has done everything asked of her and is totally prepared to move on to the next thing. I'm sure that she is totally prepared to move on to her next thing. Congratulations and good luck. Jason's word for Hannah is growth. Jason said, "From the time Hannah started at Bowers as a junior to now, she has shown great effort toward growing both academically and personally. She has shown that she is willing to listen to feedback, reflect, and make positive changes to better herself. She has been evident in how Hannah engages with her learning here on the farm and how she has succeeded in her time at OTEC, earning Student of the Month during her time there." Julianne's word for Hannah is resilient. She said, "Hannah and I go way back. I've had the honor to walk alongside Hannah as she endured various challenges over the last 4 years. The only word I can use to describe her as she has grown through these is resilient. Hannah always finds a way to make it through anything in one piece. This is a gift that will help her get through any challenge life throws at her in the future." Julia's phrase for Hannah is a force. She said, "Hannah is a force to be reckoned with. When she is given a task or has a goal in mind, she goes full force. For example, take the ponies here on the farm. The ponies had become infamous for refusing their medications. Everything was tried. Coaxing, bribing, pleading, but nothing worked. Then along comes Hannah, cool, confident, and fearless. She walks up, and suddenly, the ponies are swallowing their meds, no problem. This is an example of Hannah being Hannah, someone who doesn't back down from a challenge. She is driven, bold, and tells it like it is. There's no guessing where you stand with Hannah. She shows up as her full self every single day. It has been great watching her grow, lead, and succeed at things by doing them her way. She has demonstrated that strength doesn't always look like following the rules, and that success doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from knowing who you are and going full force, like she always does. I can't wait to see what Hannah will conquer next. Congratulations.
Come on up, you. Come on up.
Avery, come down. Please welcome our next graduate, Avery Hackett. Avery is being recognized as magna cum laude, based on her grade point average. It's amazing. We should applaud for that. That's huge. George's word for Avery is diligent. George said, Avery is diligent in making sure that she has done everything she can to move forward toward her goals and to improve herself. Jason's word for Avery is distinctive. He said, in her 2 years here at Bowers Academy, Avery has shown that she's a dedicated learner who always maintains her distinctive style. Whether it is how she dresses like a future celebrity, with her sunglasses during cloudy days, or to how she handles her schoolwork. Avery always does things her own distinctive way. One story that reminds me of this quality is during her junior year, when Avery was asked to make an ancient farming technology and its modern counterpart. For this project, Avery chose to make a model chainsaw and talk about how it related to past wood cutting methods used to clear land. To make it her own, she even named it Limp Bizkit 300 after the band. Although I am shocked it wasn't named the Practical Jokers 300 based on her love of the television show and its member, Sal. No matter what she does, Avery makes sure it is done well and with her signature style. Julianne's word for Avery is driven. Julianne said Avery does whatever she has to do to achieve her goals, even when circumstances make her to have to work 10 times harder than anyone else. She makes it happen and she makes it look easy. Avery will go so far in this world because of her driven nature. Katie's word for Avery is authentic. She said Avery truly stands out wherever she goes, not for being the loudest or the flashiest, but for being real. In a world that can often push people to fit in, Avery never pretended to be anything other than exactly who she is. Authenticity takes courage, self-awareness, and strength, and Avery has shown us all what that looks like. Whether she was leading by quiet example, speaking up when it mattered, or simply showing up as herself, Avery reminded us that being genuine is more powerful than trying to be perfect. So Avery, thank you for inspiring us to be honest, to stay grounded, and to live with integrity. As you step into the next chapter, we know you'll continue to be a steady light in a world that needs more people like you. Congratulations, and never stop being authentically you. My word for Avery is soulful. Avery started her journey at Bowers quietly. She struggled to come to school, her presence barely noticeable. But very quickly, the students and staff began to see a glimmer of something special. Something deep, gentle, and undeniably soulful. Avery is endlessly inquisitive, always wondering what's normal, what's real, what's right. She's an old soul with a curious mind. She wears a fur trapper hat like it's a crown, had an adoration for one of the baby chicks, who she affectionately referred to as Malcolm, and lovingly dotes on Edna, one of the district's pet therapy dogs. She finds joy in the laughter of impractical jokers and meaning in the music of the weekend. She beats to her own drum, not for attention, but because that's where her truth is. Despite roadblocks, Avery has always kept up with her schoolwork. She's serious, yet quietly funny, private, yet deeply connected to the people she trusts. It has been an honor getting to know her. I am going to miss her, especially the little surprises she provides regularly, such as hanging random pictures of famous personalities on the walls of my office, sharing silly but thoughtful poems about me, and bringing in little trinkets for my office that she knows I will like. I wish her the quiet confidence to follow her dreams and continue to be her true self. Congratulations. Okay. Who likes graduation?
Of course. Awesome. Great job.
Congratulations.
Please welcome our next graduate, Paula Kruger. My word for Paula is dedicated. Paula was one of the first students I connected with as we both started at Bowers at the beginning of last year. I always look forward to hearing Paula's stories, whether about her dog, Augie, or at the drama at the flower shop she works at. Paula's journey at Bowers has been one of growth, passion, and much dedication. Paula has shown an incredible work ethic, especially during senior year in her studies at OTech and medical science. The discipline and determination needed to balance OTech and her time at Bowers, not to mention 2 jobs, is something we've all witnessed in Paula. But what makes Paula even more special is that she balances all that hard work with a deep well of creativity. She is artistic, imaginative, and always finds a way to bring beauty to the world, whether through her ideas, her art, or simply the way she carries herself. Paula, your mix of heart, discipline, and creativity is powerful. I know you're going to make a difference, not just in the medical field, but in every life you touch. Congratulations, and never stop pursuing your passions with the same dedication you've shown during your time here. George's word for Paula is determined. He said, Paula is determined to succeed at anything she sets her mind to. Her commitment to her studies and progressing toward her goals is wonderful. Jason's word for Paula is focused. Jason said, Paula has used her 2 years here at Bowers to focus on what she wants for her future self and working towards it. When Paula joined us, she had the will to do whatever she wanted in life. During her 2 years here, she has taken that will, along with her interest in the medical field, to focus on what is important to her. That is making sure that she completed her academy classes, while also ensuring that she was a good student of medicine, always working to improve her understanding in her OTech classes, which led to her winning several campus-wide awards this school year. Julianne's word for Paula is grounded. She said, Paula is consistently calm, cool, and collected. She approaches everything with a grounded perspective, exercising humility, looking at things through the lens of reality, which is so hard to do at a young age. This mindset will allow her to approach everything that comes her way successfully. Julia's word for Paula is purpose. Julia said, Paula sees the world through a very logical, matter-of-fact lens. At first, I misunderstood this, but I very quickly came to understand that her persistent and direct questions were to gain clarity, understanding, and precise answers. She is curious, committed, and has a true desire to understand the world. I am thankful I've had the opportunity to know her. Her dedication to medical sciences at OTech has been unwavering. One day I walked into my office and found a table covered with neatly bound, precisely cut note cards, each one a reflection of her disciplined study habits. I have never seen so many note cards from one person, and they paid off. She's excelled in the program and earned every bit of that success. One of my favorite memories of Paula is watching her experience the ropes course here on the farm. At first, she seemed a little unsure, but she climbed higher and higher. When she reached the top with her climbing partner, she truly enjoyed the moment. She sat up there for a while with the biggest smile on her face. It was a moment of triumph and pure joy. Her strengths have become abundantly clear. Her logic, her drive, creativity, honesty, and loyalty. She's not someone who plays along just to fit in. She pushes for understanding, clarity, and truth. The path she forges will be with purpose and integrity. I'm so glad she shared her journey with us. I wish her the very best. She truly is one of a kind.
Please welcome our next graduate, Elliot McCullough. All right. Katie's phrase for Elliot is human encyclopedia. Katie said, if you've ever had a conversation with Elliot, you know why I chose this phrase. He is full of facts, stories, and knowledge about, well, just about everything. From science to history to the most obscure trivia, Elliot knows something about everything. But what makes Elliot truly special isn't just how much he knows, it's the curiosity and passion behind it. He doesn't learn to impress. Instead, he learns because he genuinely enjoys discovering how the world works. Elliot, your curiosity and your generosity in sharing what you know have made this school a smarter, more interesting place. I can't wait to see where your endless thirst for knowledge takes you next. Congratulations, and keep teaching us all something new. George's word for Elliot is calm. He said, in the time that I have known Elliot, he has impressed me with his calming influence. No matter the situation or the experience, Elliot can calm an argument or see through knotty problems to bring a calm voice to Bowers. My word for Elliot is determined. Joining us his sophomore year of high school, Elliot has shown a determination in making sure he completes his high school pathway. Whether it was making sure he makes it to school to complete necessary assignments or working to catch up on credit recovery, Elliot has shown that when he sets his mind to something, he is determined to see it through. This quality can also be seen in Elliot's approach to knowledge, as he loves to learn and is always determined to understand even complex scientific concepts. In addition, we have had the joy of learning ourselves, as Elliot is always willing to share his knowledge with us. Julianne's word for Elliot is transformed. Julianne said, even though my experience with Elliot was extremely limited in time, it was quickly clear to me that Elliot has a story and he is a new person today than he once was. I can't tell you how many times someone has said to me, wow, 1 year ago, Elliot would have handled that situation very differently. I have admired the calm presence Elliot brings to any room he is in. Julia's phrase for Elliot is quiet strength. She said, when Elliot began at Bowers, he seemed uncertain and unsure about this place. He didn't rush into things, but instead took his time and moved at his own pace. He observed the environment, the people, and the daily routines. He quietly figured things out on his own terms. And then, over time, something began to shift. The staff started to notice a change in how Elliot showed up. He participated more, asked how he could help, and slowly let more of himself be seen. He didn't seek attention, he didn't ask for praise. He simply got involved. In his own way, and in his own time, Elliot did exactly what he came here to do. He graduated. He displayed quiet consistency, steady courage, and showed up each day with a little more openness than the day before. Congratulations, Elliot, on this milestone and all the quiet strength it took to reach it. Congratulations, Elliot. You did it, man.
Good job, bud.
Congrats, bud.
Please welcome our next graduate, Sam Ryan. It's you. George's word for Sam is honest. George said, Sam is always honest about who they are, what they want, and how they want to get it. They are able to attract people to them for schoolwork, for socializing, or for emotional support because everyone knows that they'll be honest and compassionate. Jason's word for Sam is creative. He said, while Sam has spent their last 2 years of high school with us, we have had the luck of watching them showcase their creativity in various classes. From their color-changing hair to their ability to incorporate the movie Saw or Willy Wonka into any project, Sam has shown that not only do they understand what we are learning, but that they can put their own unique creativity on it too. This has been evident not only in how they tackle learning assignments and their personal style, but also in how they work to solve problems, whether it be planning our next field trip or determining the best layout for our yearbook, for which they are the co-editor. I know that Sam's creativity will serve them well as they engage with the next chapter of their life. Julianne's word for Sam is advocate. Julianne said, Sam has a heart for justice. When they see an opportunity to uplift someone's voice, they seize upon it to ensure everyone has what they need and what is rightfully theirs. Sam is bold while respectful in their approach to advocating for what they think is right. Doing so in such a balanced, effective way at such a young age, I have no doubt that Sam will continue to fight the good fight wherever they go next and beyond. Julia's word for Sam is legacy. She said, Sam joined us their junior year, but I already heard about them through their brother and from other Bowers students who knew them well. It felt like I knew Sam before we ever officially met. Since then, I've had so many meaningful and memorable conversations with Sam. They are the kind of person who looks out for others, stands up for what's right, and brings a sense of fun to everything they do. Even if they aren't directly participating in something, you can count on Sam to be there, cheering you on, offering witty commentary, and giving thoughtful advice. Sam is creative, clever, and genuinely funny. It feels like they are Bowers. They're leaving behind a legacy full of personality, creepy dolls, imaginative takes on class projects, crocheted animals, quirky creations, and countless memories. One of those memories was especially meaningful when we had the honor of welcoming Sam's grandma to our school. She shared stories about her life and incredible crocheted creations, including stunning replicas of people's pets. Just one more glimpse into the creative spirit that clearly runs in the family. Sam's love for people shines in the way they interact with others. They always made new students feel welcome and took the time to truly get to know them. When I think of Bowers, I think of Sam. They embody the values we hold dear: kindness, creativity, courage, and community. I can't wait to see where life leads Sam or to hear about the adventures that await them. Sam, you are truly amazing. You'll be deeply missed. Congratulations. One more. My word for Sam is leader. Sam has been the kind of leader who makes things happen during their time here at Bowers. From suggesting fun field trips or taking the reins on the yearbook to help us capture it all, Sam showed up, stepped up, and brought others along with them. But what stands out the most about Sam's leadership is how thoughtful and inclusive it is. They lead not for the spotlight, but for the community. With confidence, creativity, and a deep sense of responsibility, Sam has helped make Bowers a better place for all of us. I also appreciate the creative spin that Sam took on many assignments. For example, the Choose Your Own Adventure novella that Sam wrote for creative writing. No matter which options I chose along the way, I always ended up in some very unfortunate circumstances, losing a limb being the best of those outcomes. Thanks. Sam, thank you for everything you've led and created while at Bowers. I know wherever you go next, people will be lucky to have you leading the way. Congratulations. We tried. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Good job, Sam.
Please welcome our next graduate, Ella Paul. George's word for Ella is loyal. Ella is so committed and loyal to her friends, it is a joy to see. She makes sure that everyone she cares about is taken care of and happy. It has been wonderful to see the ways in which Ella has helped people throughout the year. Jason's word for Ella is insistent. Jason said in her 2 years here at Bowers, Ella has shown herself to be a very insistent person. If we look at the definition of insistent, it talks about refusal to give up, and this describes her very well. In her classes, she will not accept a failing grade for herself and instead will work, even if it is at the last minute, to make sure she succeeds. This is also seen in her friendships with others, where no matter what, she will refuse to be less than an awesome friend. She has also refused to let her life circumstances get in her way of achieving her goal of graduating, and I am confident that she will use this insistent personality of hers to be successful in whatever her next chapter of life is. Julianne's word for Ella is persevering. She said, Ella's presence brings such beauty to the moment. She is warm and always ready to brighten someone's day. Ella's efficiency and determination in getting her work done are beyond impressive. When it looks bleak, she pulls out all the stops and gets the job done. These qualities are particularly impressive when considering Ella's story. Ella will always persevere. She will always get where she needs to get. Katie's word for Ella is joyful. She said Ella's creativity, compassion, and joy have truly enriched our community at Bowers. First, she is an incredibly talented artist. Her drawings reflect not just skill, but a unique way of seeing the world, one that is thoughtful, detailed, and full of heart. Her artwork has added beauty and meaning to our time at Bowers. Second, she has a deep love for animals, especially the bunnies. Whether caring for them during chores or simply spending time by their side, she has shown a gentle kindness that animals and people naturally gravitate toward. And finally, beyond her talents and interests, Ella has brought something very special to Bowers: joy. Through her creativity, her care, and her calming presence, she has made our school a brighter, more welcoming place. We thank you for arm wrestling anyone who was willing to challenge you, including staff. Although I learned my lesson after you crushed me in about 0.5 seconds. And for sharing your radiant smile with all of us. We can't wait to see the joy you'll continue to bring to the world. Congratulations. My word for Ella is resilient. Ella has one of the biggest hearts I've ever seen. She's a true caretaker, whether it's her friends, her family, or the animals on the farm. She gives her love freely and fiercely. She will stand up to anyone and do whatever it takes to protect those she cares about. One of the most touching things I've witnessed is the bond she formed with Lucky, the rabbit on the farm. From the moment she arrived, Ella was excited to meet her. She dedicated time every day to earn her trust, and before long, Lucky was coming out of hiding to greet her. This is just who Ella is: patient, devoted, and kind. She builds relationships through love and sincerity. She has faced a lot in her life, but her resilience has been nothing short of inspiring. She's navigated her path with thoughtfulness and a heartfelt determination. Despite the challenges she faced, in staying focused on her work, she pushed through and accomplished what she set out to do. She always said she would, and she followed through with strength and grace. Her pride in her achievement was unmistakable, and it filled us with pride too. You have come so far, and I couldn't be more proud. I wish you all the joy and happiness in the world. Congratulations.
Please welcome our final graduate, Lou Stambach. George's word for Lou is connected. He said the best way to describe Lou is connected. She is connected to the people here through webs on meaning and history. She connects people here to people outside, and she is always happy to connect with anyone or anything. My word for Lou is tenacious. When Lou joined us 2 years ago, she had spent some time not engaged with school, but she was very eager to join a community and learn. In her time here, she has shown that she is many things, with tenacious being the first word that comes to my mind. In her time here, Lou has taken on the task of bringing her learning up to grade level with a tenacity that is envious. She always works to make sure that she completes work, and more importantly, that she understands what she is learning. This same tenacity can also be seen in how Lou interacts with her friends, ensuring that her relationships are genuine and built on respect. Whether it is bringing in food for people, making a creative poster for an assignment, or spreading her Lou-or, she always does things to the best of her ability and attacks everything with a tenacity that will serve her well in her future. Whether she decides to pursue her interest in culinary or any other field, I know she will succeed because she works her hardest to be the smart, caring, and tenacious individual we see today. Julianne's word for Lou is radiant. Julianne said, every time Lou walks into the room, it lights up. Lou's radiance is displayed in the faces of her friends when she enters and in the feeling you get when she says hello. Lou's accomplishments in these last 2 years show just how capable she is and how hard she works, all while being such a radiant light in our community. Those present in her next chapter are fortunate enough to benefit from her light. Katie's word for Lou is magnetic. She said, during her time at Bowers, Lou has been one of the most dedicated students that I have encountered, and she couples that with a magnetic personality that draws others to her. Lou's journey has been one of strength and transformation. Through every challenge, she has pushed herself with determination, never settling for just enough. Whether it was tackling tough assignments or stepping out of her comfort zone to try something new, like facing a fear of heights and dominating on the ropes course, Lou has shown true strength and commitment. But Lou's story isn't just about achievements, it's also about perseverance. Lou kept moving forward, showing up every day with courage and heart. Her resilience is remarkable, not just for how far she's come, but for how she never let hardship harden her. And through it all, Lou has been the beating heart of the Bowers community. She includes everyone and reminds us not to take life too seriously, with a funny story, a contagious laugh, or her joyful presence. She brings us together, not by force, but by simply being herself. Lou, thank you for teaching us what it means to grow, to endure, and connect. We are better because you've been part of this journey with us. Congratulations, you've earned every bit of this moment. And Julia's word for Lou is persevering. Julia said, the first time I met Lou was during her visit to Bowers to explore whether she wanted to attend. I was immediately struck by her openness, sincerity, and joyful childlike spirit. She jumped right in without hesitation, fully embracing every moment of that day. She spoke with everyone, eagerly participated in all the activities, and by the end of her visit gave an enthusiastic yes to joining Bowers. Once she officially started, there was no stopping her. In her first year, Lou was nominated for and received the Bloomfield Hills Outstanding Youth Assistance Award, recognizing her remarkable perseverance through hardship and tragedy. Despite the challenges she has faced, Lou has maintained a positive attitude and an inspiring drive to learn. Before attending Bowers, she found creative ways to teach herself, as Bowers was her first formal school experience. Lou is a true survivor. She doesn't wait for opportunities. She actively pursues what she wants and finds ways to meet her needs. I will truly miss helping her track down something she's misplaced, seeing her face light up with excitement, and hearing her say, Julia, I have something to tell you. She is passionate, energetic, and consistently engages those around her. Her zest for life is contagious, and she approaches each day with enthusiasm. In addition to her school achievements, Lou has held the same job as a lifeguard for over 3 years and recently shared that she'll be taking on more responsibilities, something she's genuinely excited for. I wish Lou all the best in the next chapter and know that she will continue to let her vibrant personality shine wherever she goes. Congratulations, Lou.
He's just as excited as we are. Alrighty. Well, graduates, with the support of your family, your friends, your teachers, and your classmates, you did it. It is my honor and great privilege to present to you the Bowers Academy Class of 2025. Graduates, you may move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Congratulations. This is the end of our formal ceremony. Thank you everyone for attending. Please join us for refreshments prepared by our farm chef, Kathy. Feel free to explore the farm, shop at the farm store, and join us in celebrating the graduates. The treats are up in the gazebo. Thanks, everybody.